This is how I turned $75 at 14 into a $3,000 gaming PC. So make sure you stay tuned for some tips and tricks at the end of the video to maximize your profits when flipping PCs. Let's get into it. So I went on Facebook and I'm like looking around. I find a graphics card. He said it's pretty new. He's only used it a few times. Whatever. It's $75. I'm like, all right, let's go get it. So my grandfather drives me there. I give him the $75, which I didn't have. So it was my grandfather's $75. So it turns out it's a 1660 Super. So that's cool. So I get home. I start taking some pictures of it. I figure out what it is, like how much it's roughly worth. It's like a $100 GPU. So I list it for $115. I get hit up within a few days, like within a week. Somebody wants to pick up my 1660 Super. So I go to Publix, do the deal, make $115. So with that $115, I went back to Facebook, and within a week, maybe a little more time, I found a listing of a OEM HP office computer with a i7 6700K and a Asus 210 from 2009. So I go and I buy it for $100, and luckily my cousin was upgrading his computer and he happened to have a single fan 1660 Super. So I throw it in there and it all works, but the graphics card needs a PCIe. So I spend the $15 extra that I had on a power supply, a used one, just whatever off of Marketplace, and it had a PCIe. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I put it all together and I paint the case blue. Okay, so I list it on Marketplace for $350. I get an offer $325. Actually, it was $320. So I sell that, $320, gone, boom. So now I'm at $320. So I pay my grandfather back the $75. So I'm all good. I don't have to pay anything. I have $250 left, or $255 or $245 or whatever. So, and then I start building a PC. So I keep on buying, building, selling, buying, building, selling, until I get a decent amount. And then I am at like a $500 PC, which like pretty well established. It's a decent PC. I think it was like my third or fourth PC. So I kind of knew what I was doing now. So some guy, I find him on OfferUp. So he has these two PCs, 2 monitors, and 2 keyboard and mice for like, I think he had it for like 650 or whatever, $650 or something. So I'm like, all right, it's about $800 worth of stuff. So I offer my $500 PC. He also lives half an hour away, so I couldn't get out there. So he says no, but he's looking for a Lenovo Legion Go. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Actually, it was about $500 or $600 worth of, and this guy offers me. He's like, hey, I got a Lenovo Legion Go Z1 Extreme, the top of the line original Z1 or whatever, Legion Go. It's this handheld, basically like a PC and a Switch combined. So he trades me that, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is nice. It's about $675. I made $175 profit. So then I go to the guy, I can do that. I just need to find a little extra money because I don't necessarily have enough. I'm like, sure, take your time. So he gets some extra money. So it comes out to the PCs and the keyboard and mice and monitors and stuff, $200 and an Xbox One. Whatever, perfect deal. So I'm like, yeah, sure, come down here. So he comes down here, the monitors are absolute mess. One of the PCs doesn't work. So I'm like, ugh, okay. So eventually I trade back up. So I pretty much broke even for the $675. It was, I think I got $775 for all of it. So then I traded that and I got Pokemon card at PSA 10 Charizard. Now this is back when it wasn't super expensive. So I saved it some time. I kept on trading up some stuff. So I had another PC in this Charizard. So at this point, it went up in value. It's like at $2,000. So I got extremely lucky. So I traded all that up. I sold the PC. I had $350 on this Charizard. So the Charizard's about $2,000, give or take, and the 350. So this guy, I list the Charizard on Marketplace, try to get some cash for it. Some guy comes and offers a PC, this PC, and he's like, I need $500 on top. And I'm like, I don't have $500, but I can do $350. And after about a month of negotiating back and forth, he guessed I can do the $350 and then the Charizard. So I finally get my stepdad to drive me. We head up, and it worked out perfectly well. This guy was balling, like he had. So do the trade. He brings his blacklight out, he checks it, and I'm like, okay. So he gives me the PC, the graphics card, and everything. I'm like, all right. So then we head back here. I set it up, and it's all good. And I plugged in some extra RAM. Tips and tricks to maximize your profit when flipping PCs. First of all, bad photos completely ruin your value. I don't know how many times and how many people have to say this, but to flip anything, if you're flipping chairs, if you're flipping cars, if you're flipping PCs, if you're flipping anything, you need good photos and good quality photos. So what that means is it can't be cluttered. It should just be the item in the photo. Let's say you're flipping a bike. You're gonna have that bike somewhere out in the open, stood up on its like kickstand. Great lighting. Do some editing to make it a little more vibrant and everything, and it's all good. 2, dirty PCs flip for more. So you want to look for the PCs that are a little more dusty and have a little more aged look with bad photos, because that means they usually are willing to go a little bit lower than a typical seller would. So you might get like extra $50 off. 3, trading is better than buying. Buying, you get roughly what you're paying for. Trading, you can get massive value. I've gotten $200 value on a trade before. There's just so much room for profit. 4, bundles sell faster. Typically, you put a bundle a little bit under the market value or a little bit under your sell value because you want them to go faster and you're giving them a little bit of discount. So, and stuff like that you can do. If you're gonna have more money at one time, you have more opportunities to buy stuff. So having more money is better. So flipping with a combo, let's say you have a keyboard and mouse and monitor and computer, that's the best possible way to do it. 5, reinvest everything. To reinvest is just exponentially growing your flipping profits, because the more money you put in, the more money you can get out. It's pretty simple. So let's say you have $500. So you spend $500, build a PC, sell that for $650. It's unlikely, but just throwing out numbers. $650. So then you put that back in, buy parts for $650, sell the computer for $700. Just keep on repeating that, and there you go. That's how you do it. Well, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and make sure if you want to... So that's how I turned $75 into a $3,000 computer at the age of 14. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure to comment what you want to see, because I think I'm going to do a monitor flipping series to get a monitor. I'm not sure if it's going to be with monitors, but I'm definitely going to try to buy a monitor. So yeah, just stay tuned, comment what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.